Hi there. Our research faculty in the Department of Chemistry at Emory University welcome you. Looking at all these lovely smiling faces, you might be thinking to yourself, that is a lot of lovely smiling faces, 23 in fact. How will I ever keep track of who's who? Well, my friends, that is why we are here to help. You are probably familiar with a few of them, but we are so much more than one or two research labs. Let's take a look at who we are as a community of chemists, shall we? The thing you are probably most familiar with is the divisions in chemistry. While these divisions are in no way meant to stifle collaborations across the department, they will help us understand what kind of chemistry each of our faculty primarily does. Let's start with the bio division. In no particular order, our biochemists are Stefan Lutz, Khalid Salida, Vince Conticello, Christine Dunham, David Lynn, Jen Heemstra, and Bill Wiest. I mentioned that working across departments and disciplines is encouraged here. As we move into the organic division, you will see this in play. Both Jen Heemstra and Bill Wiest do work in bio as well as organic research. The other organic chemists are Simon Blakey, Nate Dewey, Hugh Davis, Frank McDonald, Dennis Leota, and Lanny Liebeskind. In inorganic, we have Cora Macbeth, Craig Hill, Brian Dyer, and Jamal Musayev. Moving on to physical, these faces might look familiar. Both Brian Dyer and Jamal Musayev also both work in PChem, joined by Susanna Whittakus-Weaver, Michael Heaven, Tim Leanne, James Kint, Francesco Evangelista, and Joel Bowman. The PChem division includes experimentalists and theorists. And there you have it, the Emory Research Chemists. Oh, what's that, you say? Impressive, but there must be more? Quite right. We saw a few chemists who are affiliated with more than one division. In addition, many of the questions the department is exploring also cut across divisions. For example, there are a number of chemists working on novel drugs to fight disease. Others are looking at green solutions for a sustainable future. Still more are looking at cleaner, cheaper, faster chemical catalysts. And others, the mechanisms of everything from the smallest electrons and proteins to the origins of our universe. So much exciting research going on, there's room for everyone. That's all well and good, you say. You are happy to see chemists doing outstanding work in chemistry, as they should be, as chemists. But what do they do when they're not in the lab? Well, I am glad you asked. Let's start off with how these chemists burn off their excess energy with a range of sports and activities. Want to put on a pair of sneakers and get out and see the sights? Consider taking a jog with Frank, Simon, Khalid, or Jen. We have quite a few hikers like Vince and Cora. Get in touch with Stefan or Craig if you want to go mountain climbing, or Jen for a little rock climbing. Prefer using some kinetic energy to help you get around? Talk to David, Joel, or Jen about good places to bike. For soccer, see Bill, Nate, and Christine. For tennis, Tim and Hugh. And for golf, Bill, Cora, and Dennis. You could be their fourth. Into something a little more immersive, you can go scuba diving with Simon and Michael also likes to go caving. Something a little less immersive, join Lanny for some good old-fashioned exercise. Phew, that's a lot of calories being burned there. Rather be reading? Here's who to see to start a book club: Susanna, Joel, and Lanny. If you enjoy a little more sound, get in touch with James or Craig to sing a tune.
Sweet Emory, bum bum bum, good times never seem so good.
And Frank and Francesco to accompany you on the piano. these activities of much interest? Well, we all have to eat. And there are many of our faculty who apparently really enjoy eating or sipping. So, for our farm to table experience, start out by gardening with Susanna, Jamal, James, and Francesco. If Francesco wasn't a chemist, he claims he'd be a chef, so he could lead Susanna and Bill in cooking up a tasty meal. He'll put Khaled in charge of the grill, and Bill might even brew a beer for you for good measure. James will then be back and happy to enjoy the meal, but Stefan will only be happy to eat it if they've made cupcakes. Vince, Dennis, Christine, and Jen will hang out for the wine, and Tim, turns out if Tim wasn't a chemist, he'd be a celebrity judge on Iron Chef. So you can guess what he'll be doing. And if none of that is of interest to you and you just want to hang out and juggle, see James.